Hello and welcome. My name is 𝐤𝐩𝐫𝐿. I'm here to share success stories of women from all around the world to inspire and to encourage women, millions of women, to write their own success story. Today I'm here with Carla Banc. Carla is the organizer of TEDx in Frankfurt, and she will tell us today about her story, her passion, and everything there is to know about TEDx. I'm very happy to have you here today, Carla.
Hello, Anita. Thank you for having me.
So how are you today?
Very excited. I'm feeling good. It's end of the week. It was packed, but nice. Hope for you it was also a good week.
Yes, it was really good. And this is like one of my highlights this week as well. I look forward because I'm a huge fan of TED and TEDx. Would you, I think most of the people worldwide know TED or TEDx events, but for those who are not familiar with it, would you tell what it is about?
Sure. Well, most of the people probably know TED from the YouTube videos that you see while you search for diverse topics that you might be curious about. And those videos are published by the mother company called TED, standing for Technology, Entertaining, and Design, of course. And we as TEDxFrankfurt, we are an independent event, so we get license from TED from USA so that we can host similar events like TED-like events in our city. So we do need to follow the regulations that they set up for the TEDx event, but we stay independent in creating the event itself with the speakers, with the activities, everything that goes with that. So basically that's the difference between the mother company TED and us. But there's a global community, of course. Even in Germany, there's a German community with TEDx organizers. So yeah, we are connected, but everyone is independently organizing it for their community in their own city. That's the short explanation. And the X stands as an identifier for us as a independent event. So we cannot call ourselves TED, right? That's why it's TEDxFrankfurt, or the city you are based and you organize the events.
What is your connection with it? How have you become a TEDx organizer? You've started organizing a couple of years ago. Yeah, what's your story?
Well, as everybody who likes TED is inspired by all these humans who spread ideas, and I always wanted to attend an event. So the closest for me was one in Germany. So I attended one in Hamburg, I think 2014, 15. I don't remember. I enjoyed it very much. It was so exciting. I went alone. I didn't know anybody, but it was so cool. And then after that, I was asking myself, who is the team organizing these events, right? And then that was the moment when I realized that these are volunteers. You can apply yourself, build your own team. And there is an official process for this on the TED website, right? And yeah, and then I started to look to see what is going on in my city. You know, TEDxFrankfurt was already existing with another organizer. And then, yes, you can, there's only one organizer in one city, so you cannot have TEDxFrankfurt multiple times. It's just one license per one city. And yeah, luckily in 2018, there was a switch, and then I applied, and then I took over. And yeah, that's my connection to it. I always wanted to be behind the scene, to create these events and inspiring moments, meet these people. I'm a very curious human being. So yeah, that was my motivation and curiosity that brought me to where I am now.
Exciting. So how is it now that you're behind the curtains? Is it as you have imagined?
Yes and no. I love it, definitely. There are, of course, specific areas that I maybe underestimated. Other areas which maybe come easy to me, right? But yes, in the end, of course, many things also happen now. Also with the pandemic, we hosted our first hybrid event, right? Nobody knew before 2019 what is this. So that was something that, yeah, came again unexpected, and we had to, you know, work around and see. So yeah, definitely, I have grown a lot through TEDx Frankfurt, and this is a space that allows me to explore myself and also with my team together, different avenues that, yeah, maybe we would not do if we wouldn't do this, right? Or even if you're in a corporate environment, you're always a little bit, yeah, let's not say blocked, but a little bit in a specific format even there, right? So I like this, that we have this space,
Yeah,
we can use to create.
Yeah, usually people who are involved or interested in TEDx events, they are really open, curious, have a growth mindset, want to learn. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of it as well. I think those talks are so inspiring, and there are so many great ideas and exciting projects. You feel like the world is full of opportunities. That's
Yes,
amazing.
definitely. I mean, it's so fascinating once you see one pitch of an idea, and then let's say we confirm the idea, and then we take it through the preparation phase, and then you see then, you know, 6 months later on stage. Oh, I always have goosebumps. It's so nice to see how it evolves, and how it's then really ready then for the world to see. So that's, for us as organizer, we see everything, you know, but the audience, those who sit in the room and those who sit then at home on the couch, they only see the produced version of that idea. But
Yeah.
we have, you know, the back behind the scenes, and this is something I enjoy very much, to have this insight and to be there for them, of course.
So what are your highlights and learnings so far, now that you've already organized a couple of events?
Yes. Well, highlights are always the event itself, like when we succeed to set up everything, because we, as a nonprofit organization, we rely on partnerships, companies who sponsor us, right, and who believe in the idea of ideas worth spreading, on innovative ideas, you know, connecting with the educational brand, right? So when this happens, we are all happy that yes, we could, you know, expose these ideas we have curated, you know, months before. And of course, also working with the team, like every year I have the chance to meet new people, right, who want to help out and be there, and it's always interesting to see their passion, not only mine, because yes, I have the fire, but it's also nice to share that fire with somebody else, because I cannot do it alone, right? This is not a one-woman show. This is a team effort. So that's definitely the highlight, and having these people sacrifice their own free time, yeah, it's something I appreciate very much. And because all of us have full-time jobs or have kids or dogs or whatever, you know, health issues, right? So everything is, TEDx is on top, right? It's not a priority, but they make it a priority, and this is something that I value very much. And yes, and I think that would be also then the challenge, then to have and to lead such a volunteer, diverse, with all the challenges we are facing, and be flexible, be agile, and be understanding, and but still meet the deadlines we need sometimes, right? But yeah, it's a nice dance, I would say. I have learned a lot in this perspective, where I need to let go, where I need to have maybe more patience, more empathy, like this empathic leadership, I think, plays a big role. And sometimes when you are in a stressed situation, when, you know, things really need to come together, then yeah, I also maybe lose myself. But you, at the end of the day, we're all humans and are entitled to our emotions. But yes, I would say these would be the highlights and the challenges. And at the end, it's nice to see then the videos, the images, you know, the memories we have together, and we can look back on a successful event.
Definitely. So the speakers who are on stage, they have to apply, right, through, I don't know, email or a video or something. I've read that much more men apply than women. Is that true?
Well, we have a specific application form in place, such as TED has itself as well. So you can nominate or apply yourself. Of course, we in our creation department, we also look for ideas, right? So we don't always rely on the written application and the pitches that come in, but it's a good source to find people who we might not see in our community or networking events or whatever, right? So that's a good way, but it's also a space for us as well, also as a filter, right? So because I cannot personally answer on every application, it's just not me, but even my team is like, we are a volunteer team. We review the ideas in the in the TED spirit and the regulation that it's given to us, and how we need to comply and how we identify those ideas. And yes, I must say that last year I did have more men applications in my inbox, but that's okay at the end of the day. Then it relies on us as a team to balance this out and change our communication towards the public, encourage women to raise their voice, because I do believe that there will be women or humans who feel as women, of course. So everybody's welcome to pitch. We don't decline somebody because it's a man. But at the end, we need to have a diverse stage. I want to have a balanced stage, right? 9 men, one woman. It's not today's standard anymore, right? So I do have the wish to see also other voices there. So yes, last year, for example, we managed to have, I think, we had balanced four women and 4 men. If I would need to put it like this, but as I said, this is not a criteria. There are many more other criteria. Sure. We do deselect. We just see the data in the back. I mean, I cannot speak for every TEDx organization. I can only speak for TEDxFrankfurt.
Yeah,
it will.
It's really about the idea, right? The project. I can imagine you get quite a few applications. How do you choose the speakers? Do you have a motto or topics that you have in mind, or are there certain criteria they have to fulfill?
The short answer would be, because I think we can talk about many more hours on this topic. The short idea is we look at the dynamics, delivery, and uniqueness of idea. So that would be very the first 3 criteria we look when we see these ideas coming in. And of course, there are many more other layers and shadowing areas that we need to check for this. And I forgot the first question. I'm sorry.
How do you choose your speakers?
Yes. Sorry.
That's fine. That's fine.
Well, the application process is always open. I mean, not always, but there will be always a period of time when we accept, the applications officially, and then we have our creation board in place. Everybody reviews from that board the ideas. We have a very diverse, mindset in this, so it's not very biased when we select these ideas. And then, of course, there is a written application, a video pitch that the person needs to hand in. And then depending how good this idea is already pitched, then, it goes into the next process of having a conversation, and then we take it from there. Basically, that's very individualistic. There is no motto. I like to not refer to this, so we always not really share the motto of the event before, because once you share this, everybody will only talk, will pitch the motto, and I don't want to pitch the motto, because TEDx stands for ideas worth spreading. So we are interested in your idea, like what is your message to the world, and not what my storytelling will be on the event day, so that I can put these 10 ideas below it, right? Because the motto is just, at least from my point of view, as I said, I cannot speak for every organization, but for us, the motto is only a space to take the audience here in Frankfurt on a journey, right? It's just happening on the day. Once the videos are released on a YouTube channel, nobody will know that, for example, last year's motto was fearless, for example, right? It's just for us to navigate, and of course the idea will have a little bit to do with fear, but it's not a talk about fear, right? So the focus should be on the idea, like what is the like if you die tomorrow, what is the message you would like to share with the world? Basically, in a nutshell. Yeah. And then of course there are topics. The TEDx stages are always diverse. You should consider technology topics, science topics, personal development, leadership, whatever that comes. So it's a good mix of everything, or something that is futuristic, innovative, everything that you feel that this might bring an aha moment to the audience, and it brings a new perspective on a topic that might be existing already. Like if you talk about death, right? This is a topic that many TEDx talks exist, but each talk is a different perspective on death, right? So it's just you need to nail it down.
Yeah, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. It's all about
exactly
your experience, your view. Yeah.
But there maybe are also people who are working on initiatives or working on experiments, right? So it's not always something that it's personal. It can be something that you're working with a team and, you know, you want to improve that state of life for the future, for future generations, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's very diverse. There is something for everybody.
Yes, definitely. And yeah, like this is a very, like the creation process, it's like the heart of the event, right? It's the lineup that attracts the community, the partners, inspires us, you know, to drive this event. So it's definitely a space that I cannot wait to open up the application phase to see what ideas are coming in.
I can imagine. I can imagine it's really a lot of work for you, but since you're so passionate about it, it doesn't feel that much like, or it's a work that's also fun. And I can imagine that often you're also in a flow
Yes,
state.
definitely. I am very much in flow with TEDx. Like sometimes I lose track of time and I do this, I do that, and I need to contact here. Yes, definitely. It's for me, it's a nice space, and I really want to grow it. It has potential. So yeah, let's see where it takes us.
When you think of the future of TEDx Frankfurt, are there any ideas, projects that you're working on or that you would love to work on one day?
Well, we definitely will approach for this year to organize another event and, you know, build on our successful event of last year. So we are now in that phase of, you know, preparing everything to open up the speaker application, and we are already looking for partners, right? Because this is something that needs to happen first so that we can, you know, build a budget and make sure that we can finance the production of these events and videos, which is not very cheap, you know. So yeah, this is our first focus at the moment. I mean, I always in the past I always wanted to host a TEDx women event, but then I reconsidered this because I then said, you know, women don't need an exclusive event. Women need to get a seat at the table where men are already exposed, right? So I will not pursue this, but that was one of my thoughts 2 years ago. And I still stand with that mindset that I rather empower women, you know, for let's say a standard event, like not an exclusive women event. I mean, for sure there are different events where women can participate, but I think a mix is better for the visibility of each voice. So yes, I don't know, like in TEDx, for TEDx Frankfurt, I can only organize an event per year. So that's how the license works. Of course, there are other licenses that you could acquire, but then again, we are a volunteer team, right? So we have full-time jobs. Like we cannot take much more on as we could. Maybe it will shift to another direction. I mean, there is also youth, right, where young teenagers apply and deliver their ideas. I mean, probably it's a very exciting event. I have never participated, I must admit. I would need to see if, if something in Europe is somebody's organizing this type of events, just to see how this works, but nothing else. I want to build at the moment on last year's event, and look for really great ideas. Like, that's my focus with my team at the moment. Yes, have a nice location and have the budget, that we are stable financially, and then really have these wow ideas and really raise the standard on that.
Yeah, I can imagine one event a year already takes, well,
yes,
almost the entire year to prepare.
Yes, definitely. It's even, I mean, last year we had 350 participants. We could have opened up more, but we were not sure because of, we started in February and this pandemic was still going on. So the demand is there, so for sure we can open up more, but yeah, let's see how we can finance it, what is the capacity of the rooms we will have. And yes, I definitely look on this, having more quality in ideas and more impact creating with these ideas.
Sounds fabulous. So Carla, what do you consider your personal secret to success?
This is a very good question, Anita.
Thank you.
I mean, I don't know if it's a secret, but I would say for me, it's asking for help. I never, I'm ashamed. I'm never ashamed of asking for help. Like, if I don't know, and in TEDx Frankfurt, I need to open up a Verein in Germany, right? It is a very bureaucratic environment. I had no clue about this, so I had to ask for help in order to have the fundament for this organization. And I think, passing through this step and not feeling ashamed or not knowledgeable enough or whatever, and letting this person who maybe has more information in that situation, who helps you out, I think this brings you forward. And I'm always in the mindset, I want to move forward, right? And whatever that might need now, to ask this person or reach out there, or do that workshop or watch a video, I don't know, then let's do this, right? So I think for me, that would be a little part that plays into the success, so that I don't stop if I see a challenging moment, right? Yes, I
ask for help. Yeah, that's so important. Yeah,
because you don't know everything, and you cannot know everything, and it's nothing bad in doing that.
Yeah, that's true. Another question that I love to ask my interviewees is, if you had the chance to talk to your younger self, what would you tell her?
The thing is, in TEDx Frankfurt concept, I don't even know an answer.
In general. Something that you might have learned throughout the years.
Change. Like, have the courage to change. Like, as I said, for TEDx Frankfurt, I don't have now, because I didn't have the idea. I think TEDx only exists since 10 years. TED maybe a little bit longer, of course, but I only got to know it a few years ago. But in life general, I would say the courage to change. I just quit last year my job after 10 years, and I would say have the courage to do it earlier if you have the feeling of doing it, and just move forward and embrace this unknown, which is not always fun, but sometimes necessary, right? So that I would say this one, I would tell myself to chill, go for it, and it will come.
But courage and change, two big topics. Important ones, good ones, because I had this topic in so many of my with my interviewees. Dreams and goals and magical things are not in comfort zones. They are outside.
Yes.
You need courage and change to reach them.
And it's not easy. I do believe that it's not always easy, but you need to see it that it's temporary. It's just a temporary maybe discomfort, and then it will pass. And I think this gave me such a great aha moment in the recent years, that it's temporary. Whatever bad or feeling or whatever you see, it's a temporary thing, or should be a temporary thing, until you then, you know, take a step or something changes. Yeah, so that helped me a lot.
Yeah,
to see that
like that. True. Yeah, so you have a huge network of inspiring women as well. Is there maybe one that comes to your mind now that you would love to see in female success stories one day?
Yes, definitely have that network. And Anita, I would love to recommend you somebody, but at the moment I don't have a specific name. So I would love to come back to you, because I would like to give you a good answer that will also be something valuable for you. And yeah, so
Sure, sounds good.
let me come back to you on that.
Sure, this is a long-term project, so I'll be here in
I really
couple
love
of
your
years as well.
Yes, and I really love your initiative, and so great that you take the time to do these interviews, and that's why I want to take also the time to work it out for you, right? It's yeah.
Thank you.
You
Sounds
deserve
like
this.
Thank you. Well, Carla, thank you so much. Is there anything you would like to say, a message you would like to leave, something that you feel important to, yeah, a shout out?
Well, I would say thank you for listening, if you listened until the end, my dear viewers of Anita's interviews. And yes, you are more than welcome to join our events. Just, you know, check out our website or follow us. And we are always open, you know, for speaking. There will be a speaking application format, so you watch out for it. But if you are, you know, considering to support us, be it a volunteer or partner, then you can also reach out to me, and we can take the conversation from there. And yeah, enjoy whichever TED Talks you will you will like. And yeah, ours will go live soon, so hopefully there will be a good exposure.
Amazing. Well, Carla, thank you so much for your time. I really enjoyed it, and I have watched dozens of TED Talks, but I haven't been to one offline yet. So I'll check the nearest one in my city. And
yes, definitely. And I will let you know, Anita, when we have our save the date. And you are more than welcome to join us. Yeah, and I would love to meet you in person, definitely.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, thank you so much. It was really inspiring. I enjoyed it very much.
Thank you, Anita, for taking the time.
And to all of you out there, I hope you got inspired. And if you have an idea that is worth spreading, well, why not apply at one of the TEDx events that are spread all around the world? If you're not sure about it, just follow Carla's advice and ask for help. There are so many people who have already been a speaker at a TEDx event, and I'm sure they'd be happy to share their experience and give you advice. So take care, and see you next time. Bye.